Declared killed in action. That was the official record. My body never recovered. My name etched into a slab of stone I never touched. But I wasn't dead. 2 years vanished into the darkness of a failed covert mission. 2 years clawing through snow, blood, and silence. When I finally came back, the war wasn't over. It had simply changed battlefields. My wife was no longer mine. She had married him, not just anyone, but my commanding officer. The man who sent me into that doomed mission. The one who stood at my funeral and spoke my eulogy. I stood quietly in a crowd at the auction, strangers raising their hands to bid on the home I built with my own hands. My son was there, too, but he didn't recognize me. He clung to that man, the one who bent low and whispered poison into his ear. Your father died begging like a coward. I'm your real dad now. He never loved you. Applause filled the room as my life was sold piece by piece. No one knew I was alive, breathing, watching, waiting. The betrayal was too precise to be chance. I expected grief, confusion, maybe anger. Instead, I found choreography. A marriage license filed within months of my supposed death. The house listed for sale before my boots touched American soil again. Photographs of them together, her smiling, his arm around her. Lips too rehearsed, too perfect. She even wore my dog tags like a trophy. From a distance, I studied them. He hadn't changed. Still calculated, polished, a predator dressed in metals. She was softer, but her eyes colder, like someone who had traded loyalty for comfort. And my boy, my son, he no longer reached for her hand. He clung to his. The man who had replaced me in name, in bed and blood. Rage boiled inside me like lava, but I didn't let it erupt. Not yet. I needed the truth before I struck. Because there's always a chance you're wrong. Always. So I started quietly. Financial statements, phone logs, emails. Trails people never imagined someone like me could follow without a badge. But they forgot who I was. The picture sharpened, late night calls between them before I disappeared. Offshore deposits timed with my mission's failure. And the story they fed my son, your father abandoned you. He never loved you. I heard his little voice breaking in recordings I captured. Asking why. The answer always the same. But I hadn't abandoned him. I had been erased. Every timestamp, every file cut into me like glass. Still I stayed patient. Revenge without proof is suicide. I ran DNA tests in secret. A hair from a brush. Skin from a collar. The results landed like a bullet through glass. My son wasn't his. He was mine. Always mine. Yet still they lied. When I confronted them, it wasn't with rage or fists. I didn't storm in. I invited them to dinner. Neutral ground. A table where truth could sit between us like a loaded gun. They didn't recognize me at first. Time and scars had done their work. But when I spoke, she turned pale. His eyes narrowed, a predator cornered. I slid the DNA report across the table. My son's name in bold print. The conclusion undeniable. He's mine, I said. No shouting. No threats. Just truth. Her hand trembled. His jaw tightened. The air was thick as lies crumbled. I watched them fracture. I didn't. He spoke first. You don't understand. She needed stability. The boy needed a father. I silenced him with a stare. Cold. Unblinking. Then I leaned forward. You sold me to my grave. You stole my family. You rewrote my son's memory of me and you thought you won. I slid another folder across the table. Bank records. Messages. Proof of their affair long before I was declared dead. Evidence of collusion in the mission that abandoned me. His hands shook as he read. She covered her mouth, but no words came out. You're both finished, I said. No anger. Just certainty. I stood and left the files behind. Not for court. For fear. Now, every second of their lives would be poisoned by the truth. They had stolen everything from me. Now, I had taken their future. I didn't wait for the fallout. I didn't need to. The headlines arrived days later. The auction frozen. His career shredded in the press. Her silence louder than a confession. I walked alone through the city at night, invisible among the crowd. For the first time in years, I felt something lift. Not joy. Never joy, but clarity. They had written me off as dead, a coward, a ghost. But I had returned. Not for forgiveness. Not for reconciliation. For truth. And truth was enough. I would never get back the years, the love, or the home. But I had reclaimed something greater, myself. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, share, and comment. Subscribe now to Cheating Stories Insight World for more powerful stories.